Hello and welcome. We are proud and excited to launch SBX, our new stock brokerage venture that's driven by a clear and noble mission to provide meaningful access to financial products, services, and tools for ordinary Filipinos. Today, we stand on the cusp of a new era in financial inclusion. For far too long, the world of investing in wealth has been exclusive and reserved only to a select few. But we believe that every Filipino, regardless of their background or income level, deserves the opportunity to grow their wealth, secure their future, and achieve their dreams. Our brokerage is built on the principles of accessibility, transparency, and empowerment. We have designed our platforms to be user-friendly and educational, ensuring that even those who are new to investing can navigate the stock market with confidence. And to all our current and future clients, thank you for trusting us to be a part of your financial journey. Together, we'll turn aspirations into achievements and pave the way for a more inclusive and prosperous Philippines. Welcome to the beginning of a brighter financial future. Thank you. And tara, let's thrive.
Yeah, sige. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Moses and JC. Welcome to another episode of SBX, the Morning Huddle. So, gentlemen, as usual, as customary, how was your weekend? Simula tayo kay Moses.
Okay naman. Uh, feeling better. Feeling better from a very long flu.
Oo nga, pare. You have to have yourself checked. Ano mo, ang daming mga complications minsan dyan. No? How about
Yes.
you, Mr. JC? How was your weekend?
Yeah, actually ako din parang medyo barading ilong ko. I guess uso yata ngayon ng flu dahil siguro sa rainy season.
Oo nga eh. Yung mga changes natin sa weather talaga. But yesterday, I ran another duathlon, pare. So 12-kilometer
Wow.
run, 40K bike, and another 6-kilometer run dun sa huli. So medyo kapagod ng konti, but it's because today we're going to talk about the market. So as you all know, last week, the world's largest economy, the most powerful country in the world, has elected its new president, Mr. Donald Trump. So I think it has caused some reverberations in the market in general. For the US, generally positive, but for the rest of the emerging markets, medyo may problema. So yun, I think this is the first topic that we will get into, no? Ay, di pala. So first, if you may just share my screen, let's just go through some very interesting economic and news that will affect our stock market. We think will affect our stock market within the week. So ito, I think, coming off from business world, so more easing likely amid weak growth. So if you notice, hindi masyadong na-cover yung win ni Trump in some of the broadsheets in the Philippines, paying particular attention to the impact to the businesses here. So in the third quarter, we expanded the economy by 5.2%, and this is a bit slower than last quarter at 6.4%, and last year at 6%. So siyempre nagagaling naman tayo in the past. Hindi na rin low base, gentlemen. You know? This is just normal growth in 2024, right? And most analysts believe that this easing will continue this easing will continue. And in fact, most of them are already forecasting a 0.25% reduction in the rates again by December, yung last meeting yata ng ESP. So for me, again, in support of our thesis that this easing cycle will most likely generate into a healthy stock market. But mamaya, after this, we're going to talk about this interesting retest. But before we move on to that, so how important is growth to you, Moses, as an active investor? Yung mga news ba na ganito, corny ba to? Or you think this is valuable? Kasi for me, as a long-term investor, ito yung bread and butter ko dyan, di ba? Yeah, go ahead.
I think overall, even if you're a very long-term investor, tulad ni Ed or me, an active investor, mid to long-term or JC na short-term, yung mga ganitong news na will have a high impact on the growth of the economy and the stock market, it's important regardless kung what type of investing or trading you are in. So, for me, it's very important rin kasi nga growth is the bread and butter natin, hindi lang ng trader investor but also of the stock market. Since forward-looking nga yung market natin, so it di-discount niya yung growth potential na pwede mangyari sa economy and the overall market. So, growing market will be very good sa stock market and sa mga picks natin or sa mga current investments natin, since it will also propel nga yung mga prices nun to go higher. Well, this is of course good news. As expected naman, they're gonna continue the easing cycle regardless of who wins naman sa election sa US. Pag-usapan nga natin last week, if you remove the market uncertainty, which is kung sino yung manalo dun sa US election, I guess more or less regardless, pag tingnan mo kasing historical performance ng stock market natin sa Philippines, after election, there's gonna be a rally. Medyo lang talaga tayo, sort of may divergence lang between the US market kasi emerging market nga tayo, so the uncertainty tends to parang mas tumatagal siya. So that's why later on we're gonna also check natin yung impact dun sa market and how we think parang short term to long term na views namin. So
Yeah. So
easing cycle growth important for me as an active investor.
yeah. So I think in the long term, stock prices are very much correlated with earnings. And the only reason why we want to buy all of these companies is because it can grow our wealth, right? And if these companies are not growing, then of course your wealth will not grow. So very simple there, no? So nakita niyo naman dito, guys, no? Yung mga nakaka-notice lang ng aming medyo malalapad na boses, kahit may flu kami, nagmo-morning huddle kami dito. So sige, ito, last lang siguro, before we move on to the interesting topic of the index, JC, what are your thoughts on this?
Actually, in terms of the growth, medyo important siya sa akin kasi lalo na yung Philippine stock market is not yet adapting fully dun sa short selling. So, dito kasi sa growth na to, dito mo i-base kung anong side yung basically yung side yung positions mo. For example, pag bull market tayo, dapat nasa buy side tayo. And then for example, nasa bear market naman tayo, dapat nasa short side tayo. So it's very important to take note of this type of growth. Lalo na at syempre, yun nga, doon mo rin maximize yung earnings potential na pwedeng ibigay sa iyo ng mga trades. Kasi as a trader, pag bear market tapos nasa buy side ka, it tends na hindi mag-materialize. Hindi mag-materialize yung mga trades mo. So, bababa yung win rate mo. Lalo pag bear market. Tapos, parang kina-counter mo kasi yung sentiment ng market.
Correct. Okay. Fantastic. So ito, meron yata tayong advice from our internal chat. Sorry if there will be delays on my end with sharing screen, no audio when listening. Okay lang po yun. So again, just to set things in perspective, 5.2% growth is not by any means small. If you compare that to the developed markets, most certainly, and countries in our region, mabilis na yan. And I think it's still within that expectation of our economists from 5 to 6%. So wala tayong tinitingnan recession dito so far. Okay, so moving on to our next topic. So nakita naman natin yung medyo dramatic retest of the 100-day exponential moving average. For me, I think for you guys, medyo mas mauna lang ng konti yung simple moving average. Yung 7,000 ni JC last time, which is a strong psychological support, was broken. So it's sige, as a long-term investor, yung reading ko lang dito, again, yung ating team in Z-Box should be focusing on at least taking note of what we said 2 weeks ago, gentlemen. So, tingin ko na we were patient enough to tell our customers that this could happen. Di ba? Nasa taas pa lang ng neckline, sinasabi na natin, hey guys, this looks like something special to me. It's a divergence in the price and in the MACD and RSI figures. So looks like there's a correction coming up. So again, for long-term investors, might not be something that you worry about. But of course, if you see your index positions from a 14% growth to like 8% na lang this morning, then this might be causing you some discomfort. No? But again, you're a long-term investor. You're 3 to 5 years in this. And I think, the trading in the next couple of days will be trying to test again that 7,000 level, which seems to be where most of those stops are, reminding everybody na yung strong breaks would entail volume also, going up on the sell side. So I think in the past couple of days, weeks natin dito, we've seen some significant volume also drive out of the market. So very healthy to me, after 7 to 8 years of just moving sideways. I think it's also time for people who went into the index a few years ago to sort of take their profits from the market, especially ngayong may konting negative catalyst in that particular market. So again, in terms of the MACD reading I'm seeing here, I don't think there is going to be a stop. Not naman ganun, sorry, giving people a stop, but this downward pressure may continue kasi nakabuka pa yung MACD natin pababa, and then it's now below zero already. So that means that this could potentially continue. So again, what we're looking for here, if we can find, is indications of divergence ulit. Kasi di ba, when the market tries a new low, then the other indicators are saying, oh, this drive towards a lower price much weaker, then that could indicate that, again, a warning that's 2 weeks in the making, right? So which will allow you to manage your portfolio quite well. As a last point lang, before I ask our dear gentlemen here about their thoughts about the index, ito ma-raise ko lang yung tatlong exponential moving averages na ginagamit ko as a rule of thumb when being a long-term investor, and even during my active investor days. No? So napansin niyo dito, we are using 3 types of exponential moving average, the 50, 100, and 200. Ito, up to you. I think if you're more active, you're using the 20. I see people sometimes using 10. So these moving averages tell me the slow, the fast, the medium, and the long, and the slow trend. So yung fast trend natin dito is the 50-day, the medium is the 100, and the slow trend is the 200-day exponential moving average. So how I use this is that pag nagba-bounce back or nag-challenge, or if the price is challenging the 50-day exponential, then it bounces back, then it's called a retracement move lang yun. But if it goes down the 100-day exponential, tingin ko may reset. So pag tumama sa 100-day exponential yan, then it might draw another fresh trend line for us if it indeed bounces back. But if it hits and breaks the 200-day exponential, then mas malaki problema natin, because there magkakaroon na talaga tayo ng reversal. Ibig sabihin, we have to see whether or not our thesis for this particular stock, and in this case, the index, will still be valid. So yun, just a few reminders on the reading as we go along with the morning huddle, as we see more stocks into our recommendations or the things that we look into. I'm gonna start using that. So just for everyone's information. So yeah, quite challenging. In summary, for a long-term investor, might be a good time to consider buying into the stronger positions. In the past, I think Moses have explained to us na, di ba, when things are doing or behaving this way, might be better to look for more resilient issues. So yun, that's it for me. No? So Moses, what are your thoughts regarding the index?
Technically, actually, for me, nakikita ko yung sort of there's demand around yung previous candle natin around the 7,000 area, which is, as mentioned ni JC nga, that's a strong psychological support. Kasi pag tinignan mo yung nasa left side na chart, medyo sticky yung price niya. Yung left side tapos yung pinaka left side as well. Nandun karon ng sticky area or sticky price action. So
Sorry,
I'm expecting
mga viewers natin bro, ano yung left and right area na binabanggit? No, tama ba?
Sige, pwede kong
Sige, share mo na lang, sir. Habang nagsasalita ka.
para magalaw ko yung mouse.
Oo nga eh, kasi ngayon, ayun, sorry, yan ba? Pa-share na lang, sir. Para
Ako na lang mag-share. Para
habang nag-ano tayo. So, Mr. Christian, no, I think may delay yata sa kanya. So, let's just keep, so,
I'll share this.
and very interesting. Can you flash?
Okay.
Ayan. Ano pala, sorry. Flash na pala.
Slideshow. Ayan. So,
yung
area na sinasabi ko is ito. First sticky price area is dito nag-consolidate previously yung buyers and sellers. So, pag nakita mo yan, you can use it a strong indication of support. Which is, plus you add on the psychological nga na number, which is 7,000, a whole number. So, it makes a very strong support. Tapos, if you move on to the left side, kita mo rin, doon rin siya medyo naging sticky yung area before the downward movement ng price. So, that's how I see yung mga support levels. So, I think we are seeing naman some demand. Pero same with Ed kasi this is a very strong break of the 50 tama no, simple moving average or EMA. That EMA. Very strong. Widening yung candle mo tapos I think the volume also yung chinek ko kanina is also increasing. So pero itong current price action mo, you see some sort of demand coming in. So let's see if it continues to go down further or maybe dito na siya mag-consolidate dito sa area na to, 7,000 levels before it moves up. So yeah.
So yan sa akin dyan bro, I think we should also take a snapshot of this moment because ito na yung sinasabi natin wherein the trend is now becoming not your friend. It's now shaping to be an index that looks to be pointing downward. The momentum seems to be there. There's no initial signs of it being oversold. So hindi pa tumama ng 30 yung RSI niya, gentlemen. So again, just to keep in mind these reminders. So again, we will see what the market is going to do in a few minutes. In 14 minutes, no, magbubukas na yung market natin if this selling will continue. So ikaw, JC, not sure if you still look at the index. I'm sure you do because of the overall sentiment. But what are your thoughts here, pare? Should we stay out? Should we step aside if you're an active trader? Go ahead.
Yeah, as an active trader, later on I will show you my picks. Medyo nabawasan na siya. Basically, medyo cash muna ako during this time of uncertainty, no. Kasi during this last consolidation area, yung nasa upper part yan. Yan, yung consolidation area na yan. Nung na-break yan kasi yung parang basically determinant ko if I will still be bullish with the market. Nung na-break yung consolidation area na yan, yun sa part na yan, bumaba na rin siya continuously. So, during that time, syempre ako, as an active trader, I'm here for the short term, no? So, magka-cash is king muna ako, waiting for another opportunity in the market pagka naging okay na siya, yung movement. So, yun lang sa active trader. Glance lang siya kung anong situation ng market natin ngayon para malaman natin yung opportunity na pine-present sa atin, especially sa mga low market caps na may setups.
Oh, yun. So, ganun tayo guys. No? I think whether you are a long-term investor or an active investor or an active trader, the index is something that you should look at because it shows you the overall market sentiment and the overall attitude of the trading population towards our entire market. So now, That being said, let's move on to our stock ideas as of November 11, 2024. So, ayun, nakita niyo naman, medyo bumawas tayo ng konti. Again, for long-term investors or wealth builders, you're talking about the index, but then for me, very effective. I think we have that in our company. We have our at work process. No, if so soon, if we were able to launch that, guys, if you have companies who want to be part of at work and make investing even easier. So the concept is that when you apply for an at work account, then a portion of your salary goes into an investment. So we have that in Seedbox, which is kind of effective for me, right? So hindi mo mapapansin, ang dami mo na palang naiipon dun sa every payday that you invest. So again, a good diversified position that gives you access to the largest companies in the Philippines. The REIT, I think it has corrected quite significantly over the past couple of weeks. So I think the estimated dividend yield could be larger. And I think we're also quite fortunate that two of our picks for wealth builders, AEV and AC, has been one of the most resilient stocks that we see in today's correction. I think may sort of picking favorites yung corrective pressure in the market towards the C companies. So nakita niyo yung SMPH, medyo nagka-problema tayo, BDO and the rest of their conglomerates. So in terms of Ayala, it seems to be, standing there quite stable and tall, in the support levels that we have shown. In terms of AEV, tingin ko wala nang i-correct pa to, gentlemen. So nasa 40% discount na to, 30-40% discount. So in that respect, it's also quite stable. So you're right. So again, just to recap the wealth builder picks, it's either the index or something to substitute your interest paying asset. And lastly, yung mga diversified conglomerates natin that seems to be holding up pretty strong amidst the correction. All right, so that being said, Moses, parang nabawasan yung picks natin dito, bro.
So, active investor. So, I remove yung Ali since if you check yung sector ng real estate, medyo siya yung tinatamaan talaga on this correction. So, I guess, it doesn't mean naman na parang completely out of the picture na yung real estate sector or stocks. It's more of may mas malakas talagang ibang sectors in the market. So right now, medyo I'm eyeing on this correction kasi it's also an opportunity nga to pick resilient stocks or sectors. So right now, talagang yung financial sector is the resilient. If you look at yung BPI, Metro Bank, China Bank. So that's some stocks na medyo resilient. Pero I'm checking pa kung sino yung pinaka-okay dun sa mga stocks na yun.
Sige,
Yeah.
so out of that, guys, so I think si Moses is trying to brew his own potion in in the active investor camp. So hopefully we can have a new pick that we can consider moving forward. Go ahead, sir.
Then yung Pure Gold, it's really one of the most resilient stocks. So still pretty good pa rin upside. So it's more of if you haven't for example bought it, yung mga correction na to can be a opportunity to buy or technically at entry on this consolidation period sa market. Pero syempre, of course, you need to manage your risk as well. Then SM Prime Holding, so I think between the two, ito yung pretty much the weaker one. Pero it's given kasi, sort of a index in a smaller scale. Index ng Henry C companies, diba? Ng mga C companies. So I think on the, it's more of a diversified play na medyo concentrated. So I'm still keeping yung SM Prime Holding since it's pretty siya. Very good fundamentals pa rin naman. Pero between AC and SM, talagang yung institution, I guess, much more favorite yung Ayala Corp. Kahit tignan mo yung individual stocks within the groups like BPI, then you compare it to BDO, mga ganun. So it's really more of a favorite talaga yung Ayala Corp, to be honest. Yeah, so that's it for me. Pero next week, I guess we can expect a new pick here. Just more more time to review pa kung ano yung pwede nating lagay dito.
Tsaka sana for me, honestly, Moses, yung market, the PSE should soon figure out its standing right now kasi medyo kinakabahan tayo sa downward movement na yan. So, hoping that it sort of establishes some strong base that it can stand up para we can start being a bit more positive on both of our boxes.
Yeah. Actually, ang ano ko naman dun, Ed, it's parang nagbe-base rin kasi ako dun sa historical performance after the US elections nung sa Philippine market. So, if you look at it closely dun sa historical performance, maybe we just remove yung financial crisis recovery. Pretty much, there's gonna be a positive rally. So, it's more of positioning ourselves and looking at resilient stocks to parang buy before that rally happens. Pero syempre, history nga, it doesn't repeat itself 100% eh. So, you have to expect some nuances and some changes. And you should also adapt, kumbaga. So, your also kasi nga, di ba, parang if you are only relying on parang, historical performance kasi ganito yung nangyari. May rally dyan. Tapos you're just buying blindly. Tapos, let's say you're expecting a rally parang post US election rally, tapos you're buying last week. Yung market nagko-correct further. So if that's solely your strategy, tatamaan ka talaga, di ba? So, you just have to use yung mga historical parang data as a basis, pero not solely yun yung magiging parang bread and butter ng strategy.
Yeah, so everybody, it's 5 minutes from opening the market. If you're joining us this late, just a quick recap of what we are just talking about. So nakita naman natin na the market is kind of showing some weakness right now because of the US election. But I guess in the bird's eye view, nawala yung uncertainty of the election. We are still easing and we are growing within the range. So what does that mean? So short term, pwede maging volatile tayo ng konti, but in the medium to long run, the things that we liked before are still here, gentlemen. So it did not go away. So yep. Okay, so JC, ito na yung mga exciting bits of our morning huddle, pare. What's up?
Yeah, let me share my screen for this one, for the charts. Yeah. So first with SPNEC, actually ako medyo may tinatawag kasi tayo in trading perspective, na cash is king, during this type of uncertainties. Ako cash is king muna ako. Actually ito naman within the support level pa naman siya. So dun sa mga bumili, pwede pa to hawakan as long as the 1-pointed support level is not breached or hindi pa siya nasisira. Pero ako, since medyo lagger siya and I'm here for the short term, and based on what the index is doing right now, I will cut my loss now for this one.
Yun, pare. So brave, pare. So again, guys, hindi naman kami conceited sa morning huddle, Pag wala nang, we tell you the truth, guys. So kunyari, medyo lagger na, hindi na satisfied si Mr. Jason sa trade with SPNEC. He cut the loss, right? The earlier you do that, the earlier you can move on. Yeah.
Yep. Next is with Macro Asia. With Macro Asia naman, ako I'm still holding Macro Asia as one of my pick pa rin. Kasi bakit? Know your why lagi know your why. Bakit ba hinawakan mo to? Kasi naka-autopilot ka na during the 6 peso breakout, di ba? During that 6 peso breakout, autopilot na yan. So basically, hindi pa naman nabibreach yung 20-day moving average pag ginawa natin siyang line chart. So pag medyo nilakihan natin yung doon pa rin naman siya sa 20-day moving average, above the 20-day. Pero pag bumaba na rin to, guys, immediately take profit na rin. At least na maximize niyo pa rin, guys, yung rally na yon. And sa mga ganito namang sa mga ganito namang setups, mahirap naman mag-sell sa top eh. Wala naman nakakahula nun. Unless chamba. Laging ganun. So at least may parameters ka kung hanggang saan ba yung rally nito, kasi malay mo magtuloy pa. So ito yun. So at least kung dito ka bumili sa breakout, na maximize mo to, or yung mga earlier recommendation ko around this area, na maximize mo pa rin naman siya. Actually, yung portfolio namin around nasa 20% up na rin naman for Macro Asia. So I guess if na-breach yung 20-day support level, moving average, immediately take profit. tayo for the portfolio. And also dun sa mga nanood. Yun lang naman yung sentiment ko. No? Again, do your own strategy rin and your own research kung paano kayo mag-take profit. Kasi this is a guide lang for you guys to have your parameters in order to take profit. Yun lang naman yun. Kasi
Okay.
wala naman talaga nakakasell sa top. Yun. And for the last one, BHI. For BHI guys, yan, BHI. Yan. Candles tayo. Yun, babalik din tayo sa Know Your Why, no? Kasi last week, tinuro ko sa inyo yung the use of the parabolic SAR or the PSAR, no? Kaya ko siya binili kasi around, nandito na siya sa bottom, no? Nung kinabukasan, yung tuldok na sa upper part na ulit. So, sell na yan kasi yun din naman yung parameter kung bakit ko siya binili. So, na-avoid nyo tong ganitong decline. Na I guess in this type of stock na mababa yung price, every fluctuation medyo masakit. So, etong decline na to, I guess around ilang percent ba to? Mga around 8% na to kung ganitong na-avoid mo nung na-receive mo tong sell signal ng PSAR. So yun, ako ang naiwan na lang na stock on my end is Macro Asia na tentative pa if it closed below the 20-day moving average, immediately take profit for this one. And next week, hopefully, may setup na bago na ipepresent ako.
All right, fantastic. No? So again, it's a morning huddle. We just tell you the truth, guys. So pag yung medyo wala na yung opportunity in that particular stock, then you are not thinking twice to tell you to reduce your position. So I guess that's the time we have for today. Again, the market has just opened 9:30 in the morning. It's now down 0.14%. Seems like so it's admittedly still a slower decline as for the past couple of days. So again, if you have any suggestions, comments, any questions that you have in the show, make sure that you scan this QR code and you let us know what you think. So yeah, let's take it away, Moses. Ikaw ba muna, si JC muna.
Ako, by the way, singit ko lang, congratulations dun sa successful event natin sa Hong Kong, Ramver IMG Partners, no? Thanks for supporting SBX as we campaign towards stock market education to achieve yung goal din namin to penetrate the market so that they can invest and achieve the financial freedom that they want in life, no? Yan. So yun, gusto ko lang i-end tong segment na to with the saying na yun, know your why. Bakit ka ba bumili? Bakit mo ba? Medyo nasabi ko na din siya before pero I'll still go back to the saying na yun nga. Ano ba yung purpose mo kung bakit ka nagpasok doon sa trade na yun? Hindi mo siya pwedeng i-adjust na ito kasi yung initial reason ko, di ba? Tapos i-adjust mo siya kasi hindi na nasa-satisfy yung why na yun. So, dapat isa-satisfy mo pa rin doon, then move on to the next. Parang for example, technical aspect mo siya pinasok, tapos hindi na nasa-satisfy yung technical aspect, bigla kang magiging
fundamental naman.
Kasi maganda naman yung company na yan, kaya okay lang kahit bumaba pa yan. So, sa market na ganito, dapat hindi tayo good. Kung ano yung initial purpose mo kung bakit, stick with this one. Yan, ako invite ko lang din yung mga audience and listeners natin dun sa SBX app. SBX Stocks by Seedbox. Available yan sa Google Play and App Store natin. I-download nyo, hindi nyo na kailangan mag-fill up ng forms, seamless eKYC, and madali lang siya gamitin, user-friendly. Tsaka, ang advantage natin sa ibang brokers is that wala tayong initial deposit. Imagine, makakapag-open ka ng stock market account, ma-explore mo, maaaral mo. Tapos, pag naaral mo, that's the time to deposit if you get out of that. Yan, that's all for me.
Fantastic.
Thank you, JC, for that. So, ako, wala akong baong quote ngayon, pero more of, I guess, to emphasize yung importance of knowing the history ng market. As a technician or kung fundamentalist ka man, active investor, trader, wealth builder ka man, it's more of the importance of knowing the history of the market and to be honest, ako rin, when I started the markets, dito, trading the market, first time ko lang parang nalaman na yung mga financial crisis, yung dot-com bubble, and it's important because if you know yung mga nangyari nun dati, you're gonna be ready or equip yourself na let's say the COVID happened, tapos you know yung history ng market na the market will be here, parang whatever happens talaga nandito yung stock market, it will not be talaga hindi siya mawawala. Pero 'di ba nung COVID, during COVID may mga sabi-sabi na uy baka mawala yung market, mag-close na. Pero if you know the history, mas malala pa yung mga na-experience natin during, and the market's still here, di ba? Like World War II, dot-com bubble, financial crisis, housing bubble. So if you know all of those things, then you're gonna be ready, and you're gonna be resilient kung ano man yung ibato sa'yo ng market. So ngayon, magiging ready ka, and the pullback in the bear market can be also an opportunity for you to pick yung mga strong and very parang resilient stocks na can give you a very hefty reward, diba? If you were able to identify them early on the cycle. So yeah. So again, if you want more information like this one, like Wealth Builder, Active Investor, or Active Trader, you can go to our social media pages. So we are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And you can also join our Viber community and Facebook group as well.
All right. So thank you for that, Moses. Again, just to reiterate our absolute thanks to our partners in Rapver. So regards to Sir Rex and Enro and Erwin and the rest of the team who's been, who's been our partner since the very beginning of SBX. So thank you all so much. And for me, I just wanted to end the show by saying that a setback is just a setup to a comeback. Para sa ko, yung ating kahit whether sa sports or sa life or sa love life or the professional life or in the market, no, yung setback na yan, nakita natin in the market, yung velocity of that correction is another setup for a comeback. So again, the thesis of us with liking the market because of our easing cycle, our growth, and all of that good stuff is still there. But currently, because of volatility, we've seen the market, show a little bit of weakness. So with that, again, thank you all so much, everybody. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining this morning's call, and everyone. I hope you were able to enjoy the Morning Huddle by SBX, and hope to see you guys next week with better news, hopefully. So thanks, and tara, let's try. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Salamat.